NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series is back on TA2 and back from its All-Star Weekend. We're back in the regular season. This is going to be Race 21 live from Road Atlanta for the running of the Battlefield 4 200. I've done it. This is the brand new track for this season. I've done a test race once here, and let's just say that the results were interesting. Let's just say they were interesting, and you're going to see how interesting they are. Road Atlanta. Seen this a lot in the past couple, lately in the NR293 community, and I figured why not add this track to accommodate another Atlanta. So we have 2 Atlanta tracks in the schedule. We will still race at Atlanta Motor Speedway in one of the chase races late in the season. We will still have that. This is just pretty much an appetizer to Atlanta, and this is Road Atlanta. It's a road course in Atlanta. So anyway, here's your starting lineup. On the pole today, it is the 1 of Nathan Hudson. On the outside is the 11 of John McNamara. Starting third is the 2 of Dylan Young, and fourth is the 16 DJ Curtis. Starting fifth is the 22 of Lewis Gordon on the left, and in this row, it is in 6 is the 10 of Ian Dutta. Starting seventh is the 15 of Nick Parasols, and 8th is the 17 Rod Houston. And starting 9th is the 24 Jonathan Thulman, and rounding up the top 10 is the 7 of Rohit Baidarbu. And now, without further ado, let's hear those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines! Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. Pretty weird. Anyway, if you wonder, I will tell you this, that this track can only hold 38 cars in one race. Can't hold all 42, it can only hold 38. So none of the 3 walkers, none of the 3 Pichu, Luke, and Leia are not competing in this race, and I had to exclude one more. That was Brendan Fan, who didn't make the field here in Road Atlanta. And the reason why Brendan Fan didn't make it is because he was suspended for this race for a spoiler in Madrid. And well, that leaves at 38. The maximum green flag is out. We're underway in Road Atlanta. It's going to be 18 laps of pure excitement. And I mean excitement. And Hudson off to on start. Someone spinning. Oh, Dylan Young flipping. Dutta slipping around too. And Hudson slips too. Oh man. This is what I told you about excitement. Anything can happen in Road Atlanta. Everyone's spinning around. Oh boy, where do we begin? Boy, it's going to be very interesting to see where do we even begin. 18 laps of this, by the way, and it's going to be a big, colossal race to get through for all these drivers. It's a winner-take-all, survival of the fittest, last man standing race, folks. And let me tell you that, Road Atlanta, oh boy, every turn is deadly. Every turn. Even the hill there, it's like the hill of death there. Like we went through death turns in the schedule. Very interesting. Dion Scott survives to lead the first lap, but will he slow down fast enough? Slow down much enough to even make it through the line? Oh boy, it's going to be very hard to find out where to even start. And the top 4 still survive in one piece. Oh my gosh. What a start, folks. A lot of drivers on pit road already right off the bat. It's going to be very, very interesting to start. Let's see. Dylan Young was the worst of it, I think, so we're going to start with him. Battling for the lead against Nathan Hudson, and then when they went downhill, disaster struck. As he spun out with John McNamara going downhill as well. There was the 15 Nick Parasol spinning, and boom, McNamara gets contact with the 11 machine. The others were able to make it out through one piece. Well, not all of it. I mean, the majority, most of it. Most of the drivers, if not all, at least spun out once in this very first turn. Nick Parasols and Abby Sachs sent on pit road. I think we may focus on Hudson and the drivers on pit road only, because it's really too much wrecks to handle alone. There's Sachs spinning and DJ Curtis with damage. Nick Parasols involved as well. Oh my gosh. What a way to start off Road Atlanta. And this is going to be the story of the race. Wrecks. And I mean wrecks. A lot of wrecks. And boy, you're gonna be seeing a ton of wrecks in this track. Let me tell you that. Here it is, TRD and Dutta. Boom, he couldn't slow down in time, and he's stuck. What about Nathan Hudson? Nathan Hudson was the leader after all this, and he spun out too. Here's what happened to him. Boom. And no wonder it could only fit 38 cars, because if we had 42, massive chaos would have happened. Well, we already had chaos, but not as big as probably they would think of. But boy, a lot of drivers wrecking. So much wrecks I can't even, well, I really can't even go back to any other drivers that were involved. Only the drivers that were on pit road that actually had to be sent to pit road to fix are going to be featured as cautions. And only one driver so far is retired, shockingly, with no, wait a minute, a lot more has retired. John McNamara, Ian Dutta, Dylan Young, and Abby Sachs, and I think Nick Parasols might be added to the mix later. Parasols was one lap down, so Brendan Fenn might be breathing a sigh of relief. He's not competing in this race, neither are the Walkers. Going to be very interesting. And Thoman on the bottom. What is going on with Thoman? I don't know what he's doing. We still have cars staying in their tracks. And Rohit Baidarvu, still your leader after all this. I probably said Dion Snell was the leader. I apologize. It's Rohit Baidarvu leading us to the green. This takes 2 caution laps, so it's going to be a while until we have a winner. So sit back tight and enjoy all the wrecks that Road Atlanta has to bring. Okay, we've been through clean. Oh, someone just spun. Say, oh, Dion Scott, Tim Freilich, Ron Houston, the top 3 wreck. Rourke makes it through. Rannigan spins. Oh, man. Told you there were going to be wrecks. George Ward comes from 8th all the way to the lead. But can he hold on? This is just lap 4, folks. Who knows what's going to happen halfway through? Rourke leading over Devin Whitson. This is the race to the caution flag. Scott's clean. Apparently the last few turns are clean. Not sure why the first few would be a danger zone for these drivers. I had no clue. But George Rourke leads to the caution. We've got to see what happened to Baidarvu. First of all, the leader to the caution flag, the last caution flag, wrecks out as usual. Well, not always, but another wreck. Here it is. There is Scott. He couldn't. There is Baidarvu. Couldn't avoid it. Freilich, Houston, both NOS Energy cars in it. Thoman, LaPlante, Rannigan. Wow, too much to name. And we see some drivers go up high. That is James Shelley. Shelley having trouble on the very first turn. Yeah, he did have trouble. Oh, boy. My gosh. And here is Sam Constantine. Constantine stuck. So, Washer's involved as well. Trost involved. Everyone's involved. So, we still still have cars racing, but I'm surprised we've had so much cars still racing after all the mess we've had so far in Road Atlanta. I think Constantine's the only driver that had to be sent down pit road magically after that first incident. Parasol's still running, by the way, believe it or not. He's not retired just yet. Road Atlanta, we still got races to go. We still got a ton to go. Badarbu, LaPlante, Washer are done, and Parasols is done. He just retired. No word on Sam Constantine. We have to see if Constantine is going to be there. They're going to pit. They should pit because, wow, who knows how much damage they might have had in Road Atlanta. My goodness. I will return here, I think, next season, but I'm going to try as best as I can to make a little, well, I can't actually, but, well, we're going to go back next season anyway. 38 drivers. It's going to be pretty fun. Rourke is out first. George Rourke is out first on pit road. Boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. 28 drivers still left. 10 drivers retired. Well, yeah. Seth Cole is down below, slowing down as he is down an extended pit stop right now. We're going to get back under green with 12 laps to go. Still time for more wrecks, more incidents, more randomness. Green is out. And I don't even care about the third and fourth start so far. They may have to wreck it. They may wreck anyway, unless if they go for it all. Unless if they somehow make it. Here comes the first deadliest turns, the most deadliest hill you'll ever see in NR2 down 3. Spin out. A lot of spins. Gavel. Let's see. One just spun. Let's see if these drivers make it through. No! They don't make it through. But Ranikin makes it. Ranikin makes it. I think John Ranikin might have made it. Some drivers stuck. Big flip. Upside down. Everyone's just flipping around. Heck, I don't even know who the leader is now. I don't think it's Rourke. I'm not sure if it's Whitston. Oh my gosh, it's a big mess out there, folks. Okay, I'm very confused on who is the leader. So let's just see what happened between the drivers that had to be sent to pit road. We saw one driver flip over. Wonder if that is related to this one. Kinda oh, a hit, and Houston's flipping because of the hit by Jason Tross. You see them upside down. No, it hits, and Tross flips. Houston. Oh my gosh, this Road Atlanta race has been pretty chaotic. Oh, now I think John Ranikin's the leader. I think John Ranikin is the leader. He made it through. I think it's John Ranikin. We're just going to save some time and let's just show you the wrecks. Here's Aaron Williams. He just spun through the turn and boom. Fralick spun too. So he didn't make it out either. My goodness. And what happens here between Nick Borney and PJ Williams? Gets stuck on the turn. One of the turns, we've got to see what happened. Let's start with P.J. Williams. Here is with Ryan Gavel battling side by side, and then it got too high. Gavel pushed him. Radican tries to save it. He almost spun. The two Napa cars collide. Nowhere to make it through. Gavel gets stuck with Williams. Barney tries to get out, but gets cornered in by Williams. P.J. Williams. The Williamses, though unrelated, both have one thing in common. They wrecked out on this lap. And Jonathan Thoman is done for the day. Eli Sachs is done. We could expect to see more drivers retire from this mess of a track called Road Atlanta. Houston, Williams, McMurray, and the two Williamses are one lap down. Nick Barney and Matt McMurray, Williams, Jonathan Thoman, oh, they retired. And Rod Houston, PJ Williams is done. Rod Houston's a lap down. Don't know about him. He could be going back on the track. Not quite. Jason Truss slow on the track. They better clear him out. Houston's retired in time, and I think Truss might be cleared in time to race again. We're going to be going back to green on lap 10 with 9 to go. We'll see if Radican can somehow hold on desperately to the lead. Because it's going to be very difficult to do that with all the turns, incidents we've had on that very faithful turn. Green is out. Wasting no time. They're going 3-wide on Radican. This could be interesting. Oh boy. Sorry, my voice squealed a little bit there. Here comes the hill. They made it, but the next turn's coming up. Morgan, Houston, Radican, they spin. Devin Winston makes it out to take the lead. Devin Winston makes it out. It's all about surviving that turn. And the other turns, though, there's still more turns to come at, even after making through the downhill turn, downhill chicane, whatever it's called. Still more turns to go through. And Devin Winston's gonna make it through these turns, gonna take the lead with 8 laps to go in Road Atlanta. Rourke's smoking on fire. Rourke right now is smoking. We got to go back to see how he got that far. We saw him earlier having the lead. All of a sudden, it all washed away. On that fateful turn, almost nobody makes it through. Here it is, the final turn between John Radican and George Rourke. Rourke went way too high and smokes his engine. And then John Radican and Jonathan Skebnicki join in the mix. And more drivers in the mix. The 42, the 6, the 44, the 47, the 43, the 20, the drivers, a lot of them involved. And how did Logan Faulkner and James Shelley end up on pit road already? Well, both arrived at the same time, but here's what happened. Here's Shelley and Faulkner both spun out on this curve and both got stuck on the tire barriers. Yikes. So their days were already tough as there is, but this made them even tougher. And well, they hope that this day will finally end. And these drivers hope that this Road Atlanta calamity comes to an end, because we've had more drivers retiring. They're like dropping like flies. These drivers are dropping like flies. George Rourke is done. Nick Barney's done. And I think Faulkner and James Shelley, no clue on their conditions right now or whether or not they will race again. They're down a lap down. Charles Roberts is done. James Shelley, Logan Faulkner are done. They've just retired. And Nathan Hudson is done. He's done for the day too. So that leaves, I think, 16 drivers remaining in the track with just, when we get back to green, it'll be 6 laps to go. Don't worry, we have ourselves another caution after this. We'll be down to 3 to 4 laps to go. And at that point, the race ends, should there be another caution, which probably will happen. Kyle Beck, the two Kyles being together. Pace car coming out. Green flags out for Devin Winston. Again, not sure why they do that, but, well, since there's a lot of wrecking anyway with these leaders, I'm going to let that slide. Downhill now. Here comes the deadly S-curve. Oh no, those 3 didn't make it. Winston going to try and make it through this curve. No! Freilich makes it through. So does, I think, the 51 of Seth Cole. 21 involved as well. Oh, whoa, 25 just slipped up on that after the turn. Tim Freilich trying desperately to save that car. Keep that car moving. That damaged car, he needs to keep it moving. Through the second S, through the uphill turn, Seth Cole closing in. Will Tim Freilich have enough car remaining on his, well, you get the point, but will he have enough speed? Man, Road Atlanta, interesting track, folks. Freilich leads. Oh, man. Wow, Devin Whitson out smoking. A heartbreaker for him. Not even he could make it through that turn. Those S-curves, that hill of death, I like to call it now. It'll be called the Hill of Death. From here on in, that hill back there will be called the Hill of Death. Let's look at Devin Whitston. Not able to make it through. No. He's unable to make it through. Gets stuck there below. Yikes. And 47, Brenda Parasols gets involved. Jordan Davis is hit. Ryan Gavel is hit. Everyone is hit. Wow. No one's safe. Curtis spins. We saw Kyle Thomas spinning early. Let's see what happened to Kyle Thomas. One of his wheels actually stuck out over the tire barrier. He was about to go over the tire barrier. Right here. Kyle Beck and DJ Curtis join in on the fun. Though this is not the fun that they were hoping for to join in. And yikes. Beck smoking, couldn't move his car, and is stuck. Freilich makes it out in one piece, and they're saying Charles Sanford will be second. I guess they had pit stops or something to fix that damage. And now Sanford is now up to second, and Tim Freilich still is the leader. Cole is to third. Devin Whitston is done with the valve. Brenda Parasols is also done for the day. I don't know about Kyle Beck or Kyle Thomas. The two Kyleses are done for the day as well, leaving only 12 drivers remaining in Road Atlanta. And it's going to be with 3 laps to go. When we get back under green, we get another caution, the race is over. So, last chance for anyone to make it through. Who's going to win at Road Atlanta? You're about to find out with the green flag. Wonder if that side-by-side battle might matter under the caution. It's going to be pretty close. Here comes the S-curves, and someone spun Max Skinner. The most important thing is who will make it through the S-curves. Sanford didn't make it. Neither did Freilich, but Radigan did it. Radigan made it through. Can he hold his car on over Seth Cole? Got a lot of damage in the track, still been able to running it well. This is the race to the win. Radigan still leads over Seth Cole, and Cole spins. Cole spins on the curve. Could this be an unprecedented 4th win of the season for John Radigan? It would be amazing, and that'd be the most since Trevor Harvey in season 3. He won at Hogabarn, by the way, so this could be back-to-back wins for John Radigan. Though it comes unexpected, it would come unexpected though, with a lot of these drivers all suffered victim to Road Atlanta. Radigan leads under caution with 2 to go. We have to see if he maintains his speed. While we see if he does maintain his speed or not. One driver was disappointed that he, well, let's go back to see what happened under the caution flag. Let's go back to see all this mess that happened with 3 to go. Lewis Gordon involved, DJ Curtis involved, Tim Freilich involved. And there was Freilich who had the lead. He had the lead and lost it. Just flat out lost it on this turn. My goodness, he just lost it on that turn. But let's see what happened to Charles Sanford. What happened to him too? He got spun out over John Raddick, and that's how Raddick got in position to win it. And boom, he gets a hit. He got hit hard. And we saw Max Skinner spinning out on that after the hill. We got to see what happened with him. Here's what happened with Max Skinner. He too suffered damage. Boom. Getting clipped from Jonathan Skibnicki with the spin there. That was the exact cause of the caution with 2 laps to go. Oh man, what a race, folks. But will John Raddick be able to hold off his closest competitor? We've got to see this one more time, by the way. We forgot to show you this. Seth Cole got spun out, battling for second, and he gets left in the dust. It looked like this was going to be his 3rd race in a row. He comes in second, but not this time, though, as Cole, well, at least might get a top 5 if he can coax his way to the finish line. But John Raddick, if he maintains his speed during the caution flag and does not have to pit for whatever reason, he might be a winner again in Road Atlanta. Pace car is out already. And John Raddick, boy, was he on fire these past couple of races. He won at Hagabon, a controversial race back in Fiji, and won earlier in one of the Pigs races. But he's not going to win this one, though. Slows down on the track and gets left in the dust. It's not going to be a win for John Raddick. It won't be his 4th win of the season. Jason Tross, could he join the 3-win club? That's going to hand the lead over to Jason Tross with the white flag waving if he doesn't pit or slow down. If Jason Tross hangs on, this would be his 3rd win of the season. He'd be just the 3rd driver to join the 3-win club this season. Not to be, though. Trost is pitting. These guys are pitting as well. Anyone he's staying out to a lead? I don't think so. This is going to be the race for the win. Whoever comes out of pit road first will be the leader to the caution flag. Maybe. Here we go. The 6 just pitted. 20 getting pit. I think, oh, damn it, between the 6 and 20. It's going to be close. It's going to be the 6. John Skibnicki out of pit road first. White flag is out for the 6. It was ruled for the 20, but now it'll be the 6. If he can keep his car together and he's able to run it, through pit road, he's going to win this race. A shocker for Jason Trost. It looked like Trost was going to win it. Then he pitted and he lost the road battle to John Skibnicki. If he can hang on, Skibnicki would be win number 2 for Jonathan Skibnicki in this season. He won back in Homestead, Miami in a wild one. And this could be another wild one he has in Road Atlanta. Well, not many drivers survived. Only a handful was able to make it through this wreck-filled Road Atlanta. And if you thought Road Atlanta was wreck-full, wait till you see Eldora. That's our next race, Eldora. It's going to be 38 races. 38 is going to be 38 cars as well. Not sure what we're going to do with the leftovers, but we do know is that off the final turn, Jonathan Skibnicki wins it Road Atlanta. John Skibnicki has just won here in Road Atlanta, the Battlefield 4 200. And boy, was this made it to a battlefield, all right. It sure was a battle. But Jonathan Skibnicki is able to get his 2nd win of the season in the wreck-filled Road Atlanta. And every car somewhat got damaged, but it was well worth it for Skibnicki as he's able to hang on from the dangers of Road Atlanta to get his 2nd win of the season in the NASCAR Pole Cup Series. Way to go, buddy. Jason Tross will be 2nd today. He would have loved to have won it, but just not to be. He was leader with 2 to go when John Raddick slowed down in the middle of the, restart caution period. Ryan Gavel will be 3rd, Seth Cole 4th, Jordan Davis 5th, Lewis Gordon 6th, Kenny Bale 7th, DJ Curtis 8th, Tim Freilich 9th, and John Radican will have to settle for 10th. But only 10 drivers, only the top 10, made it out through Road Atlanta. Well, a lot of damage though, but only the top 10 drivers made it through and was able to see the checkered flag. But one was able to see victory lane. That's Skibnicki right there in the 6th. And the drivers, the rest of the field, all wrecked out. Yeah, look at this. The entire field, it's the first time I've ever had this incident. 11 and below wrecked out, and only the top 10 survived. I think that's the first time that's ever happened. Wow, so anyway, what an eventful race at Road Atlanta. It's finally over though, and Jonathan Skibnicki wins at Road Atlanta. The Battlefield 4 200 is over. So let's show you the point standings right now. So before we get to the awards and points, I just want to remind you that Pichu, Luke, and Leia do get points, even though they don't make it into the show. They didn't race in. They get 37 points each for each driver, even though they didn't make a race. 37 is the minimum I could give to one driver in one race, and so they're both counted for being in the 40s. They'll be ruled in the 40s as this. I can't even fix this because that's my default driver I had to use to get in the race anyway, so I apologize for that. Anyway, here are your awards from Road Atlanta. Nathan Hudson, the pole setter. John Radican, the front runner, led 4 laps. Ryan Gavel met the challenge, 31 laps. Headache Award went to Dylan Young, 34, and Radican won the Die Hard Racer Award from the Battlefield 4 200. And now we're going to generate the files, make it an official. John Skibnicki is officially your winner here in Road Atlanta. Was it a wild one, folks? Anyway, here are your point standings after race 2021. Austin LaPlante still retains the lead. Charles Sanford is up by 20. Chris Washer is up 2 spots up to the 2nd spot, 20 points behind. Chris Washer is still in 3rd. Barney and Sachs move up to the top 5 after Span was suspended. Span drops down to 8th because of it. DJ Curtis, Jordan Davis 6th and 7th. John Skibnicki's up to 4th. Ian Dudd is down to 10th. That's your top 10. The biggest mover of the race, well, I'm not even sure if there is one. Yeah, there is a lot. There's couple drivers that moved up 4 positions. Tim Freilich, Kenny Bale, Jason Trost, John Skibnicki. Yeah, those drivers. So I guess they're the big movers of the race. They moved up 4 positions. You probably will see them already. So the biggest loser in terms of this race was Avi Sachs, who dropped 6 positions down all the way to 14th. Fan dropped down 6, but he didn't even compete in the race at all because of his suspension. Next race will be in Eldora, and I will try to figure out what to do because we can only fit 38 cars in Eldora itself, and there's not a lot of room, so I will try to figure that out. Luke, Leia, and Pichu will not be competing in Eldora as well. One other driver isn't. I will try to figure out. I'll try to solve it. So anyway, hope you guys stick around for Eldora. We'll see you later.